Number 9 says solve the following equation. So against another radical expression. So what we're going to do is, you notice how you had the -3 outside your radical of x minus 5? Remember I told you if it's not inside the radical, it's not attached to it. So the first thing you want to do is get rid of it by moving it to the other side. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides, and that's going to give me the square root of x minus 5 equals positive 1. All right, so now that I have my radical on the left and a number on the right, we're going to square both sides, and that's going to get rid of radical on the left, leaving us x minus 5, and then 1 squared is 1. All right, so then we're going to add 5 to both sides and get x equals 6. So the only one that says x equals 6 is option B. All right, number 10 says use inverse operations to write the inverse of f of x equals x over 2 plus 4. All right, so remember our first rule is we're going to replace the f of x with a y and make it x over 2 plus 4. The next thing you do is you want to change your x and y positions. So that x is going to go here on the left and y is going to go on top of the 2. All right, from there we want to subtract 4 from both sides because we want to get rid of that before we tackle the 2 and give us x minus 4 equals y over 2. Then I'm going to multiply both sides by 2 because the inverse of dividing is multiplying. So now it becomes 2 times x minus 4 equals y. All right, so then the last thing you want to do is distribute the 2 inside and get 2x minus 8 equals y. And the only one that says that is option D. All right, and then number 11, it says we have a complex number. We have 4 divided by 3 minus I. Remember, we have to multiply by the conjugate, and the conjugate is where we change just the middle sign. So the opposite of negative I is positive I. So we multiply the top and the bottom by 3 plus I. All right, on the top, we're going to distribute the 4 inside, and we should get 12 plus 4i. And on the bottom, we're just going to multiply the first 2 terms and the last 2 terms, which is going to be 9 minus I squared. Now remember, anytime we have I squared, guys, we always change it to -1. So that's now going to become 12 plus 4i, over 9 minus -1. All right, you remember 2 negatives give you a positive, so that becomes plus 1. So then our next step will give us 12 plus 4i over 10. All right, because 9 plus 1 is 10. All right, the last thing we want to do is we want to make sure we don't have I on the bottom. We're fine. It's not negative. We're also good. And then the last step is to find the greatest common factor between 12, 4, and 10. The biggest number that will go into all 3 numbers is 2. So I'm going to divide everything by 2. And that should give me 6 plus 2i over 5. And the only one that says 6 plus 2i over 5 is option D. All right, so stay tuned for the next segment.